Hello guys. Today we're gonna talk about something different. Also, just warning you now, we're not talking about normal stuff here. Like right now, I think I'm gonna talk a bit about sexuality and gender identity. So if you get triggered by that for some unknown reason, it's your life. I don't care, but at the same time, not exactly. I don't exactly feel bad for you because if you get triggered by something that trivial, I think you need to do some self-examination. Namely, but anyways, for everyone that didn't just click off, so I'm currently questioning my sexuality. It if you watch the intro, you already know I identify as bi-curious slash bisexual, but it's less of a sexuality thing and more of a gender thing. Because you see, over the last, I want to say, 2 or 3 years, I've been questioning that kind of thing a lot. Like, I've gone through a lot of different, you know, ideas of what I am, what I could be. Like, my freshman year of high school, and every year underneath that, straight cis guy. Swore I would fight anyone who said I was anything else. I was like, it was funny because I would swear, I'm straight as an arrow. Arrows aren't straight, they're curved. I'm, I'm straight as a line, lines can be curved. It was funny, it was amusing. But I'm not. And then my sophomore year came around. I got a crush on a guy. Two guys actually. No, I'm not dating either of them. I had a friend that I'd known since middle school, and I had a crush on him, and I had a crush on a different guy that I met the year here prior. Not telling you their names, just in case they watch this. If they do, hi. One of you I never told about that. The other one does know very intimately. And yes, if you're wondering, whatever you're thinking happened my junior year, yes, it happened. It wasn't anything major, just it happened. So that's how I figured out I was at the very least bi-curious, but I identify as bisexual. Now my gender, on the other hand, that one took a bit longer. At first, again, straight cis guy. That's what I thought. And then, as my sexuality started to reveal itself, I started to question my gender too. And at first, I was like, okay, still cis, but I'm bi. Okay, whatever. Either way, no matter what I am, I still don't want to do HRT, and I definitely don't want to go under the knife for it. Long story short, I did, when I was younger, I had major surgery. I'm not telling you where, but I did have major surgery before, and I had it twice. I so the idea of going under the knife again is less than appealing to me. No, my life was not in danger. My life was not in danger at all. But I just it's just a personal choice that I don't want Hunt to go under the knife. Especially since with HRT specifically, I haven't researched yet what the effects it could have on reproduction or anything. Because I still want to have kids. Like, whether it's gonna happen or not, or whether I'm going to adopt them or not, is still unknown, but I still want kids. I genuinely want to be a parent. Now, that will always come second place to my partner and what my partner wants. If my partner says we're not having kids, we're not having kids. It's fine. But it's going it largely depends on that. But I just in case I do end up wanting kids, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep the option open. But now we get back to the story of how I started questioning my gender. I believe it was near the tail end of my sophomore year. I had freshly broken up with my first ex. I was slowly realizing that I might not be straight. Then but then I noticed I had, because keep in mind, back in the day, most of my friends, and still to this day, most of my friends are not straight and are not cis. They are either trans, non-binary, or somewhere in between. Those two things. Most of them are not straight. Like, it depends on which one of my friends you're talking to, but most of them are not straight, and most of them are not cis. At least not strictly cis. So I just kept thinking about it, and come my junior year, I felt like I was, I guess, gender fluid. Let's just call it that. But just like my sexuality, I realized it was deeper than that. I just realized yeah, I realized that I'm not as straight as I thought I was. And honestly, it wasn't as painful as I thought it'd be. Like most of my friends, hence keep in mind I go to a school where most of the student population is gay. Especially like the women at my school. Most of them are lesbians, or or just not strictly straight. Like, there are I go to an art school. It's obvious. But yeah, that's what that's like. And I also, because I was hanging out with these people a lot, thought about how my gender identity more, and I decided maybe I'm gender fluid. keep in mind, my body image issues, and my self-esteem, all-time low. I I still to this day hate how I sound and hate how I look. Which is why I don't show my face in these videos. I will later, when I'm more confident in my appearance, and also when my house is in a complete wreck. But yeah, I I'm very, very self-conscious about how I look. And I kind of I'm not gonna say I was jealous of anybody, but I did envy my female classmates a bit because wish like I wish I looked kind of like them. I wish I always found myself to be maybe not fat. I'm not going to say I was fat because I'm not. But I always wanted to be thinner. I definitely wanted to be smaller. Like I wanted to be way smaller than I actually am. Because at my size, I'm about 5'9", 5'10". 5'9", 5'10", a little over 200 pounds. So, not horrible. I think last time I got checked, I was at like 220 to 230 pounds. I definitely have like broad shoulders, husky build. I look very much I look masculine. I look like I would play football or something. I don't, but I definitely look like I do. And keep in mind I'm not gonna say like I'm overly chat I'm not like some Giga Chad overly muscular guy that works out every day. I'm not. I'm not. And that, if I'm being honest, that also plays into this. I am not hot that big muscular wise, because now I do have muscles, and I absolutely can do damage at my size, but that's mainly because of genetics and the fact that I do yard work. But I always wanted to sound more feminine and look more feminine. Maybe not like overtly look like a girl. I kind of wanted to have like a gender neutral look. Like I wanted, you know how in anime there are some characters that could pass as a boy or a girl? Basically that. I wanted to be like I wanted to be like an even mix between the two. Like I wouldn't have facial hair, but at the same time I would have the bodily proportions of a guy while still looking like a girl, which I don't know if that's possible or not, but who cares? And I also wanted like really long hair, like stupidly long hair. I'm talking down my back, near my waist, long hair. I I wanted anime hair, and I noticed as I kept growing out my hair, and I reached my senior year, and I got my locks for the first time. I liked how they looked. I really did. And I still do. I'm very proud of my locks. Out of all the parts on my body, I am I would say the best part of them are my locks. It's to the point where I'm even considering growing out the rest of my hair so I can lock that up too. But I'm also thinking about how choosing some other ways to look more feminine. I have, again, no clue if this is a good idea or not. So that's about where we're at. Also, game that I'm playing currently is Phantasy Star 4 for the Sega Genesis. Highly recommend. Though I've never really gotten past the intro bit to this game. Mainly because when I was playing this, I was like a little kid. But anyways, if you hear my voice changing, that's going to be because I'm going to start voice training. So, also, it might also change because I'm trying. I don't know when this is going to happen, but eventually I'm going to get better equipment for recording. Because right now I'm using like a screen recorder on my phone, and it's not bad, it gets the job done, but I definitely would prefer an actual, microphone. Because I have to get one anyways, because I do music, so, and open mic, all that good stuff is coming up soon. Speaking of which, actually no, I'm not going to plug open mic, because I don't want you to know where I live. Now, keep in mind, you can easily find me if you look hard enough, because I am in marching band, my face is out there. And I did do open mic before. But just in case there are like strangers watching this or something, not going to put out where I go to school. All you have to know is that I'm in high school, I'm currently a senior, I'm not 18. Not 18. Yeah, that's really all you need to know about that. But I don't know, if you're trans and you've gone through something like this, I would appreciate advice. I definitely want to hear about your experiences. It could come in handy. That being said, also, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I don't want to have any harassment on my page. If you came here, like, I'm going to say some things that you may not agree with. It's fine. Like, the only time it's not okay to disagree with something is when it's obvious, when it's basic. And you know what? If I ever do say something completely out of line and insensitive, you are more than welcome to correct me. In fact, I encourage you to. Because I do not want to spread misinformation. I do not want ignorance to run rampant on my page. You are well within your rights to correct me in the comments. You are well within your rights to do like a response video. I'm not gonna make one myself, because that's another thing. There will never be a reaction video on this channel, because this I'm not saying that people who do this are lazy, but I'm saying as as a content creator, feel like reaction content is lazy. So you will never see me do it. It will always be this format of me talking and me probably playing a game in the background. And I'm also considering getting a VTuber model. Like, it's probably a long ways off because I really don't have that kind of money. But I am considering getting a VTuber model because I have this design I'm sitting on, and I really think it would look good as a model. It's If you ever seen Bleach, it's kind of like a half hollow, half half human type deal. If Especially if you've seen like Ichigo with the hollow mask on, specifically the one with like the huge horn on it, it would basically be that. Though gender bent, and since I'm black, it would have darker skin. I'll show the design at some point. Check the community page or something. But yeah, do not ask me for art commissions though, because I am not. I draw for fun. I purely draw for fun. I am not good at it in the slightest. As though, I do know plenty of artists. So, if you want art resources, ask me and I'll send you a few channels. Like my brother, amazing artist. I have plenty of friends who do amazing artwork, and I'm sure they'd be more than happy to help you. But I personally do not do artwork. If I get better, then maybe, but probably not. You're you're most likely only going to hear music, or you're going to see me playing games while talking about random stuff. Um, so let's keep playing. Hmm. Personally, Alice is like one of my favorite characters in Phantasy Star. Like, I don't know, it's just something about no nonsense women. Kinda cool. Honestly, my girlfriend kind of. Yes, I'm dating someone. My girlfriend kind of fits the type a little bit, but she also still has that humorous side. Okay, so we got the party together, we're going to the basement. So, keep in mind, I haven't played this game since I was a little kid. So, I have I have played the beginning sections of almost all the Phantasy Star games. Obviously not like the newer ones, but all the classic ones except for one. But honestly, highly recommend this game. Hey, even though I haven't really had the chance to play it as much as I would like. Though, Shining Force Neo video is coming soon. And if you don't know what that is, as most people don't, believe me, you will learn. You, it's basically my favorite game of all time. Besides, like, Sonic Generations, which... that video will come when I can somehow get it on PC. Because the only other way is to use my Xbox 360 or my Switch, and I have no clue how to set that up. And I probably don't have whatever the hardware is needed for it. So most of these videos I'm going to be using my phone for. Anyways, we're... ooh, crit. Nice. Now this is about where I stop every time. Do not ask me what any of these enemies are called. Like, I do not follow Shining Force lore nearly as close as I should. But all I know is that it's a fun RPG. But I might also do like a Dragon Quest thing at some point. Specifically, Dragon Quest 8. Because that was my first... I know, it's basic, but Dragon Quest 8 was my first Dragon Quest game. Like... I also played 11, because... and that's the one everybody knows 11, because that was the most recent game. Oh dang, crit. I have no clue what that boss's other moves are besides fission, because I haven't ever gotten hit by any of them. since I was like a little kid. I just it's whatever. Um oh right, another game we might play at some point, Beyond Oasis. If you ever heard of that game, you're a real one. We're also gonna play the original Shining Force at some point because I feel like all gamers should play that one. Basically, the original Shining Force is nothing like the newer ones. It's it's actually what was it? A tactics RPG. He like Fire Emblem. Promotion and everything. Another one, my personal favorite Genesis game actually, Gain Ground. Technically, it's a arcade game more than an actual Genesis game, but it's still fun. I used to play. Keep in mind, most of these Genesis games that we're gonna go over are ones I've played before, or with like my dad or something, because that's how I played most old games. I was playing with my dad, or I was playing alone. Oh, at my grandparents' house. Another one we might play, Golden Sun. Not a Genesis game, but I've played that one before when I was in middle school. It's a really fun RPG, but I never got too far in it because the intro takes forever. And keep in mind, back then I was playing on like a really slow emulator on my Chromebook. I didn't have access to nearly all the fun stuff I still have. Zio. But yeah, we're mainly going to be playing old games on this channel. Now that's not to say there's going to be no new games up here. Like, we are going to, for example, most likely play, hey, some Persona games. Like, when I get Reload, definitely doing a video on that. When we're also going to do various other ones, like Zombie Estate 2, which is my third favorite game of all time. Like, if you look on Steam under my gamer tag, I have at least 200 hours logged in Zombie Estate. I'm just gonna get three medicines. No, we aren't gonna buy anything else. Only problem is I really don't like playing emulators on my phone. Because the controls are so small. Do not ask me what to do in this game. I do not know. Like, I am... Again, because, keep in mind, I played all these games as like a little kid. I do not I didn't have guides back then. Everything I did, purely he on my own. And what I could figure out. Um, another game we might try playing. I don't know if we're gonna get to this one or not, but it's called Sword of Vermilion. Believe me, the game is annoying. Honestly, I would say it's a rage game. Like, Sword of Vermilion is basically the Genesis take of a hack and slash. You know, before hack and slashes actually existed. Like, also, do not ask me how to save. I do not know how to save. Even this game. I saw it, maybe it would be a menu option, but maybe I have to go out of town. I cannot find the spot to save. We're also gonna do all 6 of the original Final Fantasy games. Don't know if we're doing 7 or not, but we are going to do the 6 original ones. Excluding 3. No, but, like, Maybe we might do the 3DS version of 3, but I really don't care about how Final Fantasy 3 all that much. And before you ask what my favorite Final Fantasy game is, it's 6. Obviously. Anyways, I think that's far enough for this video. Let me just save real quick. And mainly I'm going to cut all videos at like the 40-minute mark. Mainly due to the fact that my phone's storage is low. So you will see multiple uploads in a day, but they're all part of the same video.